Welcome to the Sowing Seed Podcast. One guy's thoughts on family, faith, farming, and financial freedom. Now, here's your host who married way above himself, Matt Miller.
Today is an extra special day here at EIEIO. 25 years ago today, I was married to the most amazing woman on the planet. We were in Lubbock, Texas at the time. I was an Air Force instructor pilot flying the T-38 at Reese Air Force Base, which no longer exists. And about 3.5 years earlier, as I was living the fast life that many of you have seen in the movie Top Gun and in other movies about pilots, I met this amazing woman at a restaurant called Gardski's on Slide Road in Lubbock, Texas. It took me about 3.5 years to get my act together, to get my thought process right, and to realize what truly mattered to me at that stage of my life. But aside from being saved, 25 years ago today has to be the absolute most important day in my life. Things haven't always been easy, for that for richer or for poorer part. Well, she inherited a bunch of my debt, etc. when we got started years ago, but we've figured it out. We haven't always seen eye to eye, that's for sure. The days have not always been sunshine and lollipops, but the one thing that has always been a surety for both of us is that we were meant to be together, ordained by God. And because of that fact, there was never a question as to whether we'd be together or apart. See, the big D word has never been part of our vocabulary. So when a commitment is made and the boats or the ships have been burned, if you guys have ever heard that story about burning the boats, you figure out how to make it happen. You figure out how to make it work. You figure out, after having made that decision and that lifelong commitment, how to make it right. We can both thank our lineage and our parents in a lot of ways for our thought process and our commitment and our loyalty to one another. I've been blessed with amazing parents who have been married for 52, 53 years now, this coming June. Amy has been blessed with amazing parents who have been married several years longer than that. All we have known is commitment to husband and wife, commitment to family, commitment to longevity, and a marriage ordained by God. Now, I know many out there don't have that kind of story to tell, regardless of where you come from, regardless of what your background is. I'm going to challenge you today to be that commitment for your kids and for future generations. You see, the grass isn't always greener. If you haven't figured it out yet, she's never going to change him, and he's never going to change her. So you learn to love one another unconditionally through the thick and the thin, through the toilet seat up versus toilet seat down, through the financial struggles, through the health struggles, through the raising of kids. But if your thought process is right on both sides from the very beginning, and in my belief, if the foundation of your marriage is Christ, then you can weather all storms, and you can be that example by showing that commitment to the one that you were blessed to be paired with for life. Happy anniversary, sweetie.
Thanks for listening. Check out our website, sowingseed.net, the Sowing Seed channel on YouTube, and if you got something out of today's podcast, give us a 5-star review on your podcast player of choice. Until next time, go plant the seed you need to succeed.